back. Hello, guys, and welcome back. Coming in to this game. Let's get it on quickly. There is no stopping whatsoever. Thank you for the raid to Catalina Fire right there. But we are going to be getting into our next matchup in just a bit. This time, it is going to be the upper bracket round number 3, and this one is Australia versus Vietnam. It's going to be one of the best there from the Vietnamese region. JusticeSimon versus nOtoRioUsPiG. This guy, though, is a mighty scary Terran player, to say the least. And our first map for this session will be Pillars of Gold LE. Macro and focus map, we'll see what this TVP is all about as the game is already underway. Yeah. No stopping, no popping, no waiting on ads. And we are gonna be at it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome indeed to this TVP matchup. And this is gonna be a pretty big one. This is gonna be a good one here as we are gonna be getting into this game between Terran versus Protoss. Because introducing first, here on the southwest side of Pillars of Gold LE, you see his name is Piglet, but this guy has been pretty notorious in the AU region. It is nOtoRioUsPiG running it down. This man, part of Legacy Esports right there for like 3 years running, basically. Almost 3 years, rather. And he has been mighty impressive, to say the least. He's been taking a little bit of a break here and there, that's for sure. But he's finally back. He is good to go, and he is ready to bring it down. If I remember correctly, I was able to catch him in the AUS Craft all the way at the start of the year. But, you know, he's been back. He's finally bringing it again, and I'd love to see what he can do here in our fall qualifiers. But his opponent, this man has been proving himself all throughout the year, has been an impressive one from the Vietnamese region. You gotta say he's at least number 2, can even contest the number 1 spot here and there. He is the Blue Protoss, JusticeSimon. And for JusticeSimon this time, Archangel Gaming. He has been really one of the stalwarts in the SEA scene, joining so many tournaments, winning them out, and he's been mighty impressive, to say the least. But we are looking right now into this matchup. We got Legacy Esports versus Archangel Gaming. I'm just looking real quick if these two players have actually met each other before. But what have we seen from nOtoRioUsPiG? This guy does love to play this Terran, and he can be really impressive at it, to say the least. But in any case, let's just check it out if it is in there. Not too sure whatsoever. But it really just goes to show that in a game like this, when you're going to be meeting each other for an active player, actually, it does make quite a difference. Now, the last time I said about nOtoRioUsPiG, the last thing I remember about him was the AUS Craft, and he did reach 4th place, losing only to the likes of Vindicta, if I remember correctly, in the losers round number 3. And he did put in a really good effort there as a Terran player, 4th in his bracket as well. But now, let's look at the present. That's been months before. We are seeing a completely different patch. And the Adept right now going to be in position. But it seems like the SCV has gone down there. Beautiful supply depot lift up there immediately. JusticeSimon cannot push on through. And this is going to be nOtoRioUsPiG looking to survive for the time being. Pig going to be trying to bring in the damage yet again. JusticeSimon, though, in the meantime with the Stalker and the Adept to just stop any kind of second base there. But no, love is an open door, and supply depot opening that one up for the attempt. That's gonna be a drop though for the supply, so he doesn't lose out and doesn't get supply blocked there. But you do want to use that as much as possible for mules, and it seems like we are gonna see JusticeSimon play something he's very accustomed to. Blink Star is something JusticeSimon loves to do at any point in time. He's not really that kind of adept player too much per se. We've seen him go for the Blink Stalker before, and since it's a more popular build as of the moment, it does make a key difference there. CC, though, finally up and running, and Pig gonna be deciding to defend a little bit more with the bunker out in front instead. Raven gonna be also going on up here. And as of the moment, we are doing the lower half of the bracket. We are going to be looking to make sure that we can get some coverage on both sides, on both potential semifinals. In an instance like this, it is going to be JusticeSimon out in front as well. Road facility up and running, though. Warp gates are going to be going online as well. And Twilight Castle right now. Chrono boosted up here for JS. But 2-2 bases right now. in a TVP, doesn't really matter per se. You just want to be staying pretty similar in the economy. For a Terran player, when you have those mules, you can really boost yourself up on the mineral counts. Now it seems like we are going to see Pig go for the multiple racks approach. 3 of these racks up and running. He does go for the 1-1-1 before going for that third base, that's for sure. So it's a 1-1-1 expand set up here by our Terran player. But in an instance like this, where Refinery's going on up, wouldn't be surprised to see these Marines go in a bulk. And what is going to be the plan here for JusticeSimon? Cyclone though for Piglet, a very, very useful unit to defend. And I do like how Pig has decided to go for the Siege Tank and the Cyclone in an instance like this. He's feeling that JusticeSimon really hampered him from getting a good economy because his second base was very delayed because of that SCV going down. So right now he does feel he's a little bit on the back foot, and he needs to be very careful on how he tiptoes around his opponents. But JusticeSimon with the 10 worker lead, bringing in the Stalkers as well. Charge gonna be next on the list here. A Forge gonna be the upgrades as well. And here we go with the Stalkers right now, getting in position. Siege Tank though in a really good spot. Blink Stalker already exposed. And gotta commend Pig right there on that defense. Really, really smart to set up that Siege Tank in the first place. I'd love to see him though also try to spot out this Observer. Oh, he does. This guy, he's playing 90 chess right now. Raven seeing that one out, but the Blink Stalker gets the punish at the right moment. Tit for tat. I love it. These two players really just bringing in against one another. And in an instance like this, we will see JusticeSimon right now go for a third base shield battery up and running as well. Feeling that's a little exposed. We haven't really been able to talk about the map per se. Here on Pillars of Gold, you can go for an easy 2 base at any single time. Going for the third though means that you either expose yourself on the lower ground or in a spot you can't really defend as easily. And with JusticeSimon, with the Blink Stalker, that mobility, really, really fruitful on a map like Pillars of Gold. In any case though, we are going to see the Observer on the east side there. JusticeSimon though, going to be looking to go for the Brawl, gets the Middle Mine at the right moment. And since there's no armory up and running as of yet, those things aren't going to get burrowed into the underground. But at the very least, we are going to be getting Concussive Shell, Stimpak, and Combat Shield are ready to go. And the thing about Pig right now, he can go for a really good push with the upgrades, but he doesn't have any of the +1s as of yet. He is going to be going for it as of the moment, and it should be ready to go by around the 8-minute mark. Still though, for the time being, these Stalkers are going to be on in the middle. And oh, JusticeSimon wanting to pick up onto the Raven here. Can he get it in time? Not going to happen. And usually, when you do go for the starting Raven, you don't want to rebuild it per se. It's a really good unit to help you out in many instances. And the anti-armor is there, but it isn't really too important per se. But at least Pig is able to save it for a rainy day. Anti-armor gonna be pretty good into the long run. And with Pig right now bringing in even Widow Mines in this push, this is looking pretty scary because our Terran has been able to crawl on back and bring in a little bit more of an advantage on the army count. Still though, for the time being, we have JusticeSimon looking to intercept, looking to defend. He has a pretty good bulk, but against these Marines and the Marauders, it's still going to be a lot of hurting. And the thing about it is, even if Pig decides to go for a trade, he is going to be cost efficient about his units. There we go with the auto turrets though, getting in the way. A little add DPS, getting rid of those Zealots there. Charge on Sprawling just to die. And that is just going to be some good starter step right there from Pig so far. Going over to the west side. Force fields though, even in position from JusticeSimon. And goodbye to those units in the middle of the force fields. And JS will defend for the time being. Widow Mines though, going to be getting the damage on yet again. Blink Stars going for the push. Siege Tank will go down. And Pig gonna be squealing on over to get the hell out of there. nOtoRioUsPiG having to back on out there for the time being. JusticeSimon now out for blood. And with an army count pretty even, this is just going to be the Protoss feeling very confident, but he has to be still careful because reinforcements have arrived. We are going to be good to go yet again. There we go with the damage onto those Widow Mines. And I do like the fact that JusticeSimon is going for the Mines first. He doesn't want to get splashed on down with the AoE. Scandal coming online. War Prism is there to go for the cycle. And these Zealots have brought in the reinforcements and is going for the push yet again. JusticeSimon right now on the low ground, so and the Immortals are in position. And I just gotta say here for JS, he has been one for the books. He has been really improving all throughout the year, and looking to beat down Pig right here has to be a really good marker for him. The question is, can the Terran hold? Force Fields again in position, but Pig is able to stay onto the north side instead. Going for the brawl against the Zealot's reinforcement cycle, though online there from the War Prism, and JusticeSimon is trying to hold the line here by the ramp. Wedibacks are there as well. SCBs have been pulled, and there we go with the Widowmites getting the damage on one more time. Force Field is there though in position to go for the brawl. And JusticeSimon microwing to get the hell out of there, keeping the Immortals into play, keeping the Immortals alive. And what a defense there from nOtoRioUsPiG, getting the pull just in time, just right. But it just goes to show though that JusticeSimon knowing exactly when to attack and when to bring in the hurts. Just gotta say though, that is just gonna be a completely rich history right there. There's so much pedigree behind nOtoRioUsPiG, and it's ridiculous how strong he can be. He's been in the ANZ region for so long already. All the way back in, 2016 and before, just getting so much done. And for JusticeSimon, he's been kind of the long time up and comer in a way. He's been the one trying to really make a name for himself in the Vietnamese region with the likes of Mia Micah and all the like. And it really just goes to show that he's just so efficient on the Protoss. So this game, I gotta say, no real favorites, but looking at the worker right now, JusticeSimon having double that is the best way to go about things. And since he has the Colossus up and running already, that's where everything can really pan out well for him. But in any case, though, we will continue on with this brawl. And JusticeSimon right now feeling pretty confident to go for the 4 bases up and running. Thermal Lance gonna be next on the list. Really interesting to see someone actually get Colossi first before getting extended Thermal Lance, but it is what it is. He's going for the +2 as well on the armor count and the +1 in ground weaponry. And that's something I always say to many Protoss players. If you're dealing against Terran and Bayou, you get to get armor first because they do a lot of damage because of their mass, because there's a lot of them doing damage itself. Going for ground weapons +1 doesn't really help unless you have that AoE Colossus, and that's when JusticeSimon is going to be going for it in any case. But for now, JusticeSimon right now going to be going on the outskirts yet again. Looking for a little bit more of the push. Force Fields though in position yet again. Ghosts are there as well. Interference Matrix though absolutely huge. And the thing about it, JusticeSimon can't use the AoE there. EMP did go online, getting a little bit more of those shields gone. But for now, Piglet has to really micro for his life. Those Eye Matrix helping on out in the first place. But right now, this is going to be the Golden Formada going on over yet again. And the ground forces right now shining on bright like a diamond in the rough. Piglet only with 28 workers here. And the question is, can nOtoRioUsPiG hold on in time? JusticeSimon, though, going to be losing out a few army here and there. Never going to push, though, holding the line right now. JusticeSimon tearing everything apart. And our Protoss player will take the first map of this series. And that's going to be a cleanup there from JusticeSimon, winning that one out against nOtoRioUsPiG. It's really just one of the mighty ones in the AU region, coming on back in full force, but meeting someone who has basically been... What can we even say? What can we even say about him? He has been basically been practicing all year, from past year. He has been very, very active, and JusticeSimon, well-deserved taking that first victory on Pillars of Gold, Ellie. A second map gonna be coming up and running, and oops, I forgot to quickly update that. My bad there. But what a match it has been so far. I think the turning point really of that map has to be when JusticeSimon stopped that second base from actually going on. And it was absolutely huge, per se. Just making sure that that's not gonna be happening anytime soon. And it's ridiculous how JusticeSimon was able to win it out. So waiting for next lobby. Real quick, just to make sure that we aren't forgotten. Please don't forget us, guys. I love this matchup so far. And JS with the 1-0 lead, looking to get into our second map of this session. And no worries. Yeah, it's been happening a lot. Yeah, it's been an SCA region problem. No problem. Yeah, just be patient. Please don't forget us. The thing about these qualifiers, it's just so easy to get left behind as a caster. Like, hey, please, no, don't leave me. there we go. We're gonna get getting into our second map, which is actually something we have seen quite a lot already as map number 2. It'll be Everdream LE for map number 2. JusticeSimon though with the victory on the first one. And coming into this one, I gotta say for Pig, if he's able to basically defend his second base from getting hampered, he has so much potential. Because looking at that micro there, the interference matrices were absolutely huge. Those Colossi could do nothing, and if he only had a better economy there, he would have a better army, he would go for the push, clean that one up, and that would have been it. There might be a few latency issues here and there though, I gotta say, because one's from AU, one's from SEA, and Big, this guy is a GM player, JusticeSimon right now, I believe is only in Masters for the time being, so he does have that advantage in terms of mechanics. Anyway though, we are gonna be, yes, or whenever between these two guys, and let's go into map number 2. Thank you for the patience right there to our two players. Gotta commend their professionalism so far. And what else is going on in the brackets? I do think that currently ducking guys are going over to the north side of bracket, which is Ranger and Razor Blader, and then Quansel and Demi Love, so they might be covering that semi-final. And I guess we're going to be covering the south side here, whatever is going to be happening on the Hez versus TBD and nOtoRioUsPiG versus JusticeSimon. Speaking of JusticeSimon and nOtoRioUsPiG, though, we are going to be getting into our second map of this session, second map of this best of 3. Let's get it on, let's get it done, let's go at it yet again. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are still in the upper bracket, round number 3. It's already 2 hours into the tournament, and we are not slowing down whatsoever. The thing to really take note though, that in the ANZ Champs qualifiers, it is double elimination, which is a little different from all the other ones, because when you look into the other ESL qualifiers, they're only single elimination, but they are 3 days. Since we are a little more compact over the weekend, then it is what it is. That's just how it goes in the first place. But introducing first, here on the southwest side of Everdream LE, it is our Red Terran making a comeback, looking to go for the reverse sweep. It is nOtoRioUsPiG. And his opponents, the man ahead, the man from Vietnam, trying to just bring in a load of justice on yet again. It is our Blue Protoss, JusticeSimon. And looking into that first game, it was pretty magnanimous. JusticeSimon able to stay on the lead from the second gear. 2 base versus 1, slowing him down that way, and just keeping up ahead in so many instances. There were so many times that nOtoRioUsPiG had a really good idea, but JusticeSimon is like, no, I'm gonna get the vision, I'm gonna snipe this unit, that kind of thing. Like the Cyclone going down quickly before the Observer went down. That was just one of the few things JusticeSimon was able to do against his opponent. And I gotta say, for nOtoRioUsPiG, if it's latency issues, it's kinda sad. That's how the region really is sometimes. But he has shown that he has such a good idea of exactly what to do every single time. So for the time being, this is the Reaper right now cleaning up the probe. And I feel like our Terran player right now is out for blood and looking to go for the Equalizer. So though, for the time being, Assimilator is up and running. I think for JusticeSimon, he's not going to be going for the wall in the front. It's not against Zerg, it's against Terran. And he just wants to blockade the Reaper from having an easy time, an easy access to that main base. Adepto in position. Cluster Bomb right now to anticipate that one, but JusticeSimon is doing for the counter anticipation. And this is really the mind games between these two players. One trying to anticipate, the other trying to counter anticipate, and the other one counter anticipating. It's a load of anticipations here and there. And here we go again with the Cluster Bomb. Gets it bounced this time. Stalker though in position. Adept is also in range. The Reaper gonna be going on down. Good pick off there from JusticeSimon, but Pig is happy enough to lose that Reaper to allow himself to at least get the second base up and running safely with the bunker in front. So that's a big difference right now. From the previous game, he went for the CC first before the bunker. This time, Pig is going to be playing it safe, going for the 1-1-1 setup with the command center yet again. So the standard expansion is ready to go again. And it's funny that, you know, it's like Thanos in a way. When you look at Terran builds, it always goes back to the 1-1-1. It's very simple why the tech tree is enabled by having all of these 3 buildings up and running. And sure, there was that time where you would get the 3rd base up and running before the starport, which was like a few months back, but the 1-1-1 expand is really back into full force, and I do like it a lot better because it enables you so much different tech at any given point. Still though, for the time being, JusticeSimon not paying attention, and look at that starter step there from Big. Wow. Those extra things are what really defines a good player and a great player. And nOtoRioUsPiG, as we said, this guy coming on back, he has had a period of inactivity. Last time I saw him was AUS Craft. I believe he joined a few Platypus Opens here and there as well. But I do think, and I think Aligalak also thinks, that this is the first time that he's been back into, well, the ESL circuits. He's been in a few WCSs here and there, that's for sure. The qualifiers for the region hasn't really gotten too much success out of that one though. And maybe, just maybe, with a full new sponsor on ESL, DreamHack, maybe this is where he can truly shine the brightest. Still though, he has been one of the stalwarts of the AU region for so long. And JusticeSimon now in the meantime, going for the Stalkers here and there. Blink Stalker, as we said before, something he loves to do, something he loves to play. And for now, Observer going to be up and running as well. Seems like a little bit of a proxy pylon on the east side. Also a scouting pylon in a way here. But it's just for his third base anyway. And Pig is preventing JusticeSimon from getting this next expansion up and running. But the Blink Stalkers are there to get the punish on. The Widow Mine's going to get caught out in the open. And that's still going to be a lock on there to blow up the Adept. But it doesn't really matter per se, because JusticeSimon answering back in full force. That Blink Stalker timing though. Just at the right moment, getting it done. The pylon giving vision. And JusticeSimon right now, again, the anticipation over the anticipation and over the anticipation again and again. Stacks of anticipation right there. If you could say anticipation 10 times in a row, that's pretty much what this game is all about, what the series is all about. But for now, we are going to get the upgrades here from our bio-based composition from Big yet again. He has that Raven up and running. Will he be able to get the auto turret on in behind? Siege Tank though will be going down for the price of 2 Stalkers. So a pretty even trade all throughout. But for Pig, he does not really want to build another Siege Tank. And that's the thing about this. For JusticeSimon, he's very happy to make a trade like that. Since in terms of tech structure, with the reactor tech onto the factory, there is going to be no more Widow Mine coming online. With the reactor also on the starport, it means it's just going to be double pop medivacs. And you don't want to be wasting time per se to go for a tech lab for a unit you only use once or twice in the first place. So for Pig right now, without that shock cannon adding the extra DPS, these Stalkers can be micro to the best degree. JusticeSimon though bringing in the hurt, and some SCBs are pulled immediately. All about the micro right now, coming in behind Wings of Liberty. Yet again, the playstyle here from JusticeSimon. And this is going to be the Blink Stalkers bringing in the hurt yet again. Still all about the damage right now. Blink Stalkers blinking on backward. Blink and you'll miss it. Teleportation is the way to go. And JusticeSimon bringing in the hurt. It really is just a bleed on frenzy from these bio units. But JusticeSimon losing some Stalkers there. Going to be backing on out as the medivacs have reinforced. But the damage has been done. Big losing out workers yet again. And JusticeSimon is just so hungry for a semi-final matchup. So the thing to note, guys, that if I remember correctly, it is 4 players moving on to the next parts of the qualifiers. They're going to be moving on to deal some blows in the ESL ANZ champs itself to see who's going to be the representative of the region, as this is going to be nOtoRioUsPiG deciding to push with a few Marauders here and there. Gets the load just in time. There we go though with the Blink Stalkers going for a little bit of the punish. And in the end, JusticeSimon losing some Stalkers there, but Pig also losing out on the medivac department. Not the most even trade so far though. Another Blink Stalker will go down, and here we go with the Widow Mines though set up. It does get a big burst on, but it's still not gonna be enough. But now we say that JusticeSimon has to retreat. Good play there from Pig yet again, going for the teeter-tatter in and out seesaw approach. And this is now the Warp Prism getting the hell out of there and more. What action in the front lines. And this has been quite a show so far. nOtoRioUsPiG surviving for the long haul, and he is just looking to keep at it. 2 bases though versus 3, not a good sign here for a Terran player. And JusticeSimon knows it. He's just really keeping his opponents on his toes, on to the action there. Still don't know though what's going to be going on in the next part of the bracket. We're trying to get plates already who can potentially be the opponent of this part of the matchup. It seems like Pez and U-Fly going to be happening as soon as possible. But the Raven right now getting torn apart there. JusticeSimon trying to still stay alive with the Zealots out in front. Biglet keeping the Raven up and running though. And the missile turret going to be going on down there. Basically, Pig is really trying to make sure that War Prism can't get any close. But the force fields are absolutely huge yet again. And look at this one from JusticeSimon. He's going to be keeping them onto the other side. Unfortunately for JS though, since he has not the most stalkers and a few zealots there, they're going to be completely useless in a way that they can't really get the DPS on. So at least for JusticeSimon, gonna be backing on out again. He still has that worker lead, but he needs to make sure that he can keep up on the upgrade count, because that's kind of the problem here. He hasn't gotten the armor upgrade as of yet. He doesn't have any +1s whatsoever. And for Pig right now, every +1 upgrade is such a big multiplicative of that damage. More Marines equals more damage. And if they're doing more than 1 damage per instance, then that's just gonna add up to the best degree. So though for the time being, it seems like it is going to be a little bit of Warp Prism drop right there from JusticeSimon on the south side. A few zealots here and there. And this is something our Protoss player has been able to do for quite a while. He's able to shut down production. He's able to shut down a building from being built per se. And look at that, this unfinished missile turret is just a indicator of what JusticeSimon can do when he times things right. So for now though, it seems like we are going to be getting into a later part of the game. The aggression is gone, the Marines and Marauders are looking scary, and the Robo Bay is up and running. So this Colossus needs to go up ASAP. There is no stopping right now for JusticeSimon. If he doesn't get anything to add in the AoE, then he is just going to be in a world of hurt. And I like what he's doing right now. He's going for the drops of the Zealots to at least slow down Pig from going onto the outskirts and going for his own kind of attack. So this buys time for the Protoss to not only get a big army, but at the very least get the army units that he needs and even go for an expansion, which is very ambitious here from Mr. JusticeSimon. But in any case, we will continue on as there we go with the shield batteries getting set up by JusticeSimon here. Chrono Boost also going to be next on the list. Here we go with the External Thermal as also being in production as well. And twin robo facilities. We've seen this last game on Pillars of Gold. JusticeSimon likes to build 2 of these robos to make sure he has some really good production online and ready to go. But take the note, the Raven is still up and running, and if Pig can do an optimal way of what he tried to do a while ago on Pillars of Gold, if he has a bigger army by this point, then he might be able to get the punish in time. So more giraffes gonna be the zoo checklist here for JusticeSimon. You have, like, if you say that the Immortal is kind of like a crab, the Stalker is what? What is the Stalker? It's something. It's a mollusk? I don't even know. But the Colossus is obviously a giraffe because it has a tall neck and the legs. If you kick the leg, it'll probably fall down. The Sentry is just basically an orb. That's what I got. This is the Protoss Zoo, guys. And maybe, just maybe, you can check it out. Conservation and all the like. And speaking of conservation though, JusticeSimon has been conserving his forces and conserving his time to at least get an even better economy against his opponents. It seems like though he's feeling very confident to go onto the outskirts yet again. He's gonna be bringing in the hurts one more time. JusticeSimon right now with the Stalkers already on the east side. Does Pig know exactly that this is going to be going on? Yes, he does. Already has an indicator of the Stalker there in position. And here comes the pain, here comes the punish. And the force fields are there in position again to put things on the other side. Zealots moving on over to the north to try and get the cleave on. Colossus though, gonna get got out with the interference matrix there. But still, this is going to be the Blink Star push on forward. And apparently SCV is going to be going down yet again. Good hold though from nOtoRioUsPiG so far. He still loses a number of workers there and then. And the fact of the matter here is that for JusticeSimon, he saves those crucial units. He keeps the Immortals alive. He keeps the Colossi alive. He has a Disruptor right now to add things on for a big boom. And the thing about it is, JusticeSimon doesn't really lose the big units that he needs to destroy his opponent. Pig in the meantime, losing some SCVs again. He's almost half the worker count there of JusticeSimon. And in a war of attrition like this, as the Nova almost pops there! So very close, but no cigar. nOtoRioUsPiG finding that one out at the right moment. And here comes Marauders pushing on forward, getting the slow on yet again. Immortal trying to survive though in another go. And apparently there is no slow, it's just a lot of damage there against armored units. But it really just goes to show for JusticeSimon, he's making Pig make these big decisions. Pig has to go for an army right now. He can't really be upgrading too much. I'd love to see him get concussive shell though. It adds up even though, because he has so many of these Marauders right now, and every slow is another free shot for those units. Nova though doesn't connect. Here we go with the grenades going for the blow on up. One Marauder will go down. For now, JusticeSimon having a little bit of a good vantage point there onto the ramp. Bar Prism is in position yet again. Disruptor, though, going to be out in the open, and this needs to survive one of these. It's going to go down, and JusticeSimon will move on to the next parts of the bracket. He is just one win away from making it to the ESL ANZ qualifiers. And what a match that was. What a show. What a victory there for JusticeSimon. Very, very well deserved, if I can say so myself. And really just goes to show that this guy can be absolutely impressive, to say the least. So, victory there for JusticeSimon. He will move on, making sure that this isn't going to be a full AU bracket down below. Apparently, the fade is a little too slow right there, but so we'll be fixing that one up. And that was just an amazing, amazing series. Gotta say, for JusticeSimon, staying ahead all throughout, winning it out, and doing all they can. nOtoRioUsPiG in the meantime, if only he isn't behind the economy, I would see him winning these games. But that's just not how the story did go. That is how the cookie crumbles. And JusticeSimon wins it out 2-0. In any case, though, we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around. They will be going into another match ASAP. If you're looking for another coverage, check out Cranky Ducklings. Just use the command down below. This has been my side of the ANC SEA qualifier number 1 for the ESL ANC champs. And as we said, we'll be right back.